Hey, hi, students in your college's CT 101 class for DS106. This is the beginning of the third week, and I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff. I know we didn't get to meet on Monday, which was a bummer because of the holiday, so I'm going to talk about some things that I think are going on and getting excited to get into this third week where we're going to be talking about Web 2.0 and working on your first kind of creative assignment for this particular week. But for previous weeks, a number of you have emailed me or left me messages on my site about how to make sure your photos show up on the Daily Create website. As we've discussed, you have to have the right tags, and I'm seeing that a lot of people have the right tags, but there's something wrong with your permissions and privacy settings in your Flickr account, and that's why it's not feeding into the main Daily Create website. What you need to do is kind of play around with them and also Google and say, like, Google things like my Flickr RSS feed isn't working, things like that. See what you can figure out. Otherwise, I've tried my best to describe the things that I know, and I've even sent other settings. I'm going to make a screen cap of the settings that I use on my Flickr account so you can see them, and I'll post them to the blog post with this video. So do your best. If you're not doing Daily Create assignments, you really need to be doing them. It's a big part of this class is to be doing this stuff on a daily basis. It's part of the habit of just regularly being creative. Try to give your work in your Flickr account titles. Also think about how you might give a little description, and please get in the fray and start commenting on other people's work. That's what makes it really interesting. I can show you how, I've been trying to do the Daily Creates almost every day, but also been enjoying looking at other students' work and open participants' work and making comments there, and I'll show you my stream a little bit and see what that looks like. So other housekeeping stuff, you need to create a DS106 account if you don't have one already. Most of your blogs, people that have submitted them, are syndicated, but a couple of them you don't have an account with DS106. So you need to do that so that they can connect your feed from your blog to the DS106 site. For right now, there's only really the Gardner Campbell post there. You also can feed your Daily Creates to your blog. Jim Groom from University of Mary Washington has asked that instead of doing each of your Daily Creates as individual blog posts, do a weekly recap. So what that means is do one blog post and just embed all your Daily Creates for that week. I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. You can do it on a Sunday night or a Monday morning or whatever you'd like, and then post that to your blog. It's a way of archiving your effort within your blog so you know what you've been up to, and you can describe each one there, and I think that's pretty cool. So it's another way of organizing content on your own blog. And finally, if you have not gotten your blog up or submitted your information, the address, to the original form from the first week, you must do that, or you cannot continue taking this class. You can't do the work if you don't have your blog up. And I'm still seeing there are about 12 out of the 40 that haven't submitted a blog. Or there's a few that aren't working, and if they're not working, same deal. We got to figure that out. No excuses at this point. You've got to get in touch with me or your service provider, your hosting company, and figure this out. So that's that stuff. As far as this week, we're going to be talking about what Web 2.0 is. We're going to be reading and watching a few things, talking about the web as the read-write web, which rather than what used to be the original read-only web, and how the ability to use the tons of different services and applications, web-based applications out there, allow you to use the web as a space to socialize, to do work, to connect and interact, and how it's about you and your content, not so much the way it originally was, which was being kind of more like a consumer of content as you might have been with watching TV, reading media, and things like that. So there's a few readings. We're going to be reading Tim O'Reilly's What is Web 2.0. We're going to be reading, I'm going to deviate a little bit from the main DS106 syllabus, and we're also going to watch a video by Larry Lessig, How Creativity is Being Strangled by the Law. And we're also going to read about the 7 things you should know about Creative Commons, because Creative Commons is something we're going to talk about. One of the things that you're going to be doing a lot in this class is mashing up and reusing other people's content, and that means like whether it's a clip from a Hollywood movie, or whether it's a JPEG of a fat cat. Fat cat is is one of the visual assignments a bunch of the DS106 students from UMW and elsewhere have been doing. We're a little behind them, but I've been kind of playing along, and feel free to jump ahead and make whatever you'd like. There's nothing holding you back from getting in there early and often. And so these images we find and use online, they can be one of 2 things. They're either copywritten, or they're what we like to call an alternative to copyright, which is Creative Commons licensed. Copywritten work is work that you can think about whether you have the right to use it under doctrines of fair use. We are in an academic course. You're going to probably be using a limited amount of that copywritten piece of work in order to create a new message, and then that starts to fall under fair use. But instead of worrying about copyright, there's another option where people intentionally say, here's my work, you're welcome to use it as long as you follow a few guidelines. And that is through the CC licensing, or Creative Commons licensing model. So you're going to read about that and understand why you might want to consider Flickr photos you upload, YouTube videos you upload, SoundCloud sounds you upload, and even your writing in your blog, you might consider CC licensing it so that you can be part of extending culture and other people's opportunity to remix it within guidelines that you believe you're comfortable with. So with these readings, what you're going to be doing is you're going to pull some interesting points that spoke to you and describe them, but then you're going to make something with them. You're going to look at Alan Levine's 50 Ways to Tell a Digital Story and look at all the different digital tools out there that exist to make stories, and Alan describes them so well, and his handle is CogDog if you haven't recognized him on the Twitter feed. And what you're going to do is you're going to use one of these tools to be creative, to make something in your reflection on what is Web 2.0 and what is the value of CC licensing, and how Larry Lessig describes creativity as being strangled by the law in terms of, and he believes this is about unfair uses of copyright. So you have these 3 sources of readings to reflect on through regular description, but also you're going to reflect on it by creating something new using one of the tools that Alan Levine talks about. So all that will be in a blog post as well, describing these things. I'm going to see you on Monday. We're going to do something fun. We're going to actually bring cameras to class, cell phone cameras, because we're going to do a little bit of a lightning round of uploading images based on a creative prompt to Flickr and tagging them, and we're going to figure out the stream stuff, this tagging situation and licensing, RSS aggregation situation. So in the class, plus we'll have some fun, we're going to talk about photography, because we're going to start doing our visual assignments in week 4 and doing our first assignments based on the assignment repository in DS106. So hope you're all well, hope to see you online. See you soon. Bye.